Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Virginia, in case you didn't already know that. And today I just figured I'd make a random video. So today I'm going to recommend a couple of things that it's good to always have on set with you. It doesn't matter whether you're an actor or a crew member. These things will just come in handy and make your life so much easier. It's snowing. Why is it snowing? That's just weird. Wow. It's snowing in California. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I always like to have hand sanitizer. I know that sounds totally random. Sometimes for whatever reason, you might not have time or you might not be able to get to a bathroom. So if you've been working or something and then they serve lunch, it's really nice if you have hand sanitizer, especially if you have a high alcohol sanitizer. There are little ones with little carabiner hooks and you can hook it onto your work bag or something, or you can throw it in with the rest of your acting stuff. Also on the hand sanitizer, if you're shooting out in the middle of the woods or something, there might not be any running water and you might be using porta potties. Let's not talk about it, it's not great, but either way you want to have hand sanitizer available so that if you're out somewhere and you can't get to running water, you at least have something that will make you feel clean. If you want to go all out, you can also have little antibacterial wipes, just something so that you can refresh throughout the day and you don't feel really icky. So another thing that I recommend is an extra battery for your phone. If you have one of those little, they're they're really small. If you have one of those portable phone chargers, I would recommend that you take that to set. I would recommend that you take it to set every day and try not to ever forget it. I would also recommend that you charge it the night before you go to set so that it's actually charged when you get there. Sometimes you're there and you end up using a lot more battery than you expected, and maybe there's nowhere for you to charge it. I've often been on sets where you go around to every plug and every plug is taken because they have a light plugged in or they're running something else, and then you have nowhere to plug in your stuff. If you're going from one location to another, you might also end up using GPS or something, and that can really suck the life out of your battery. Your phone might not charge as quickly when it's being charged by a car as it is when it's plugged into an actual power source. So I also recommend having an extra sweater. I know I've already I mention sweaters all the time, but one reason that I would recommend having an extra sweater or something is so that if the temperature drops, which it easily could, even in California, people think that it's really warm all the time, but we've been having some pretty cold weather lately and you don't want to be shivering and uncomfortable just because you didn't throw an extra sweater in your bag. Having a reusable water bottle is also really convenient. Most sets have water bottles. But if you're looking to go a little greener, sometimes you can refill your reusable water bottle depending on what the set has set up for you. But also, it keeps you from getting your water bottle mixed up with everybody else's. Often you'll see a sea of half-used bottled water because nobody knows who the water belongs to. And if you have your own reusable bottle, then you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about wasting water. If you don't have a reusable bottle, then I would carry a Sharpie, and then you can write your initials or your name, depending on what you want. You can write your name on your water bottle, and then you don't have to worry about getting it mixed up with someone else. So something else that I'd recommend is also having a small bag that you can close. Now this usually goes to actors. Often I see people with open boho bags and things like that, which seem fine at the time, but then when you have to go onto set and your stuff is left behind, you're a little paranoid about it or something. So I would recommend having bags that close or zip close. Even if you have the majority of your stuff in an open bag, it's always a good idea to have a smaller bag where you can put your valuables. Not that you should have too many valuables, but obviously for your license or your cell phone or something, you can put those into a smaller zip bag. so that your stuff isn't as easily accessible. So the last two things I'm going to mention are pretty random and kind of up to you. I would recommend having some form of small entertainment that's not connected to electricity, like a book, or maybe, I don't know, like a Sudoku thing, I don't know. And then also I would recommend having a snack, something that doesn't necessarily need to be like refrigerated or microwaved or anything like that. But I like to carry granola bars with me. That way if something happens and the day is kind of going slow and you're just sitting around, because that can happen to both crew members as well as actors. If you have a granola bar with you, then you don't necessarily have to go to craft. If you're shooting or can't get to it, or maybe if they have options that you're not really that fond of, you have a backup so that you're not like getting hungry and tired and all of that. So those are a few things that I would recommend having in your bag when you go to set. I hope that was helpful. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know. And thank you for watching.